All new tonight, the search for Honolulu's next chief of police is finally moving forward.
Today, the police commission heard from the consultant heading the effort. Arlen Kawano was there and has the details.
It's been 6 months since Joe Logan resigned as chief, and it will likely be 6 more before his replacement is named. Progress as Honolulu looks to pick its 4th chief in less than a decade.
In-depth screening process.
Gary Peterson is head of public sector search and consulting, a California-based firm that helped find 120 police chiefs on the continent. It'll be paid about $122,000 to help narrow down the field for the Honolulu Police Commission.
The search has 4 phases. There's a discovery phase, the in-depth applicant screening phase, the commission assessment phase, and then the transition to success phase. And so we're currently in the discovery phase, which includes community engagement and surveys.
Peterson has already met with community leaders, other law enforcement agencies, and groups that can be seen as critical of police, including the ACLU and Public Defender's Office. Multiple internal questions will be asked of officers, too.
Our survey discusses attributes and qualities that are desired in the next chief, as well as knowledge, skills, abilities.
The top cop position in Honolulu has had a lot of turnover. Louis Kealoha resigned ahead of being convicted of corruption-related crimes. Susan Ballard, then Joe Logan, resigned after they both served 3 years at the job, enough to boost their retirement. What's different this time about the process?
The last phase is supposed to support the new chief in their transition process, rather than just say, good luck, buddy, there you go. There's a process for assisting them in the transition.
The consultant did say the public will have an opportunity to weigh in on the decision at some point. I'm Lynn Kawano, Hawaii News Now.